What's going on YouTube? This video that I'm making here, I'm talking about how to not be broke. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about some of the steps first and do that before I do the video, because obviously a lot of people have a very low tolerance on YouTube. You like people to get to the point, so I'll do just that. I'll get to the point and then I'll talk after I finish getting to the point. I'm going to give you 4 little gems, 4 jewels on how to not be broke. Give me a second. How to not be broke. Build a structured lifestyle that consists of saving money that you intend not to spend. I'm going to say that one more time because the last part is very important. Build a structured lifestyle that consists of saving money you intend not to spend. 2, create multiple streams of income, making an organic, not systematic, part-time business as your first item in your portfolio. I'm going to talk on this stuff later. 3, learn everything you can about the stock market so you can build wealth. The last one, 4, find income hacks that you can use to increase your investment strategy. Now, I talked about it. Below is a link to my Twitter account. You can follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to the channel. Comment below if you have any questions. Now I'm going to talk. A few days ago, Warren Buffett turned 87. His investment strategy and his techniques requires very old methods that people don't use anymore. Because we have the new technology, we have to have microwave information. We want to run in and fast. Everything has to come to us quickly. We need information as fast as we can. Let's go, look at this, give me some information, hurry up. So, this is what I have to say as far as that's concerned. Get a notebook, write in it, get a pen. A notebook should only last you about 30 days. You should be done with this. File it away in a file cabinet because you want to keep your notes. File it away in a file cabinet and take out another one. I have a ton of red notebooks because I like having red notebooks. Some of my more vital ideas go in red. If it's scrap, it goes in the black one. But if it's a great idea, I rewrite it in this one. All right? So what I do is I tend to continue to write my most vital ideas in a red notebook. So I color code. I have a whole different scheme of things I do as far as which notebook and why and how I write my notes. So here's the thing, people. Excuse me. Now, here's my opinion on the saving money thing. Think of money as a structured business, a very professional portfolio, right? What are some of the items that go in your personal business or business portfolio, or goes into your most professional portfolio? A job is something that goes into a professional portfolio. You want to know why many people put an emphasis on a job? I'll tell you why. Because for some people, a job is the most professional thing they do, and everything else is who knows what. For the past century in this country, the most important part of the family structure was someone having one income, one really high-paying job that took care of the whole family. The job market is looking funny nowadays, and jobs are becoming replaced by automation, and jobs are becoming disrupted. But it's not that the jobs per se are disappearing and nothing's replacing them. See, let me tell you how this automation works. When entrepreneurialism increases, and that means more people who are in the job market tend to convert over to entrepreneurship, and in this case, for the sake of argument, even though I don't like this term very much, solopreneur or solopreneurship. People are leaving their jobs and they're becoming investors full-time. They're becoming solopreneurs. They're starting businesses. They're having multiple streams of income. So what are some of these multiple streams of income? Obviously investments, businesses, online stores, e-commerce. More people are writing books and selling their own books and publishing them on their own. And people are saving enough money so that they don't have to work anymore. Some people are becoming teachers or language or offering courses, right? Educational courses. English is a second language. I have a friend that moved to Brazil lately to teach English as a second language. He's making thousands of dollars per week doing this. He's setting up classes and he's making a lot of money teaching English as a second language in a foreign country. But he just up and left. Let me tell you a few markets that are immediately going to be disrupted as the new entrepreneurialism idea starts to structure itself in America today because of multiple streams of income. More and more people are going to be buying less cars and less houses. So the car market, the housing market, and retail stores are going to be the first ones disrupted. Out of here. Crazy, crazy disruption. Those are going to be the first businesses that are out of here. Why? Because you no longer have to go into a clothing store to buy an item. You can go online, you could use your mobile phone, you could press a button, you can purchase something on Amazon, you could purchase a sweater, and it gets delivered straight to your door. What's better than that? Instead of going out, driving 20 miles and stuff like that and wasting gas, you can have the item come to you. So retail stores are going to be closing their doors, and then those retail stores are going to have a hard time competing with Amazon if they start up their own website. So they're going to have an Amazon account to sell you items. Some of the stores started doing it on eBay. Like a lot of people started selling American Eagle apparel on eBay, catching the sales in the stores and then reselling it. And then American Eagle said, screw this. We're going to have our own eBay account. We're going to have our own Amazon. American Eagle did the same thing. Some of these other stores, they said instead of losing money to the Amazon giant, if you can't beat them, join them. Create their own account on these things so you could buy from them. You could buy directly from their website. You could buy on their platform, and there you have it. That's how they're making money. So new millennials, because of Uber, aren't going to have cars that much. They're not going to be buying brand new cars as much as they used to. But cars are still going to sell. They might even sell a little bit more rapidly because entrepreneurs are still going to be needing vehicles if they have other businesses to build. Like real estate is still always going to be huge. Not too many people are going to be buying as many houses as you think. People will probably be setting up businesses in different offices. And sometimes, here's the thing. Less people are going to buy houses, but more people who can buy houses are going to buy more than one. Keep that in mind. Less people are going to buy houses. They're not going to buy them to live in. They're going to buy them to rent them out. Because these mobile entrepreneurs who can make a living on their cell phone, they're going to be renting out apartments in different areas. They're going to be moving around a lot, finding other places to rent. They're going to be moving around, going to different states, living in different countries part of the time, and still selling books. Some of them are going to be living in different parts. Maybe they'll go to France for 6 months. Maybe they'll go to Mexico for 6 months. Maybe they'll go to Canada for 6 months. Maybe they'll go to Venezuela for 3 months. Or maybe they'll go to Vietnam, live there. Or maybe they'll go to China, wherever they go. They're going to be moving around a lot. So you're going to find a lot of mobile entrepreneurship because people aren't going to have to work as hard to make money anymore. You can basically make money off of your own mobile device. This is going to start becoming more popular in the future. So get ready for that. That disruption is going to happen. So you have to create your own multiple stream of income on your own, right? For some people here on YouTube, some people are monetizing their YouTube channel. Some people are growing and monetizing their YouTube channel, right? I know that there's a lot of people who can make a living off of YouTube, but they have other businesses, which is good. I would recommend that if you're going to make money on YouTube, you do not try to do it as a living. I said this to people already. You want to have multiple streams of income. I say if you make a pretty good income on YouTube, don't quit your job. Don't do it. Please do not just up and quit your job. You're not going to like it if you do. But what you can do is you can actually create other multiple streams of income. Maybe write a book in your spare time. Sit down, write a book, sell apparel, create your own clothing line, advertise it, do Facebook ads, use your social media to your advantage, become a brand ambassador of yourself. You don't have to be a brand ambassador for another company. So saving money, finding income hacks. I told people before, I do a lot of bottle returns. I take that money that I make from bottle returns and I invest it. Some of it I use for groceries. The most I'll probably invest if I do a bottle return is I'll find a stock to buy for like $9. Put it in there. Boom. Make some more investment. I'll hold on to that stock forever. I usually like to buy and hold stocks. Sometimes I sell it. I made some mistakes recently. I sold some stocks I had no business selling. Probably should have. So this is kind of how you're going to keep yourself from being broke. You want to structure your life as a business. And one of the things I wanted to make sure I said in this video is I wanted to stress the importance of this. What I mean by an organic business is some people jump into systematic businesses that has income growth potential, but what happens is you're working harder and you're getting a lower return on your work because you have to build momentum in that business and you depend on a system for that business. And I don't have a problem with those kind of businesses. It's just that they're not really great for people who are trying to build their portfolio. You want to build your portfolio first. You want to have a safety net. I talk about it on this channel, how to make an extra $200 to $300 a month. And the best way to do that is to invest your money, because your investments at a certain period of time can make you a couple of $100s a month. You could create an eBay account, Amazon account, which that could be very good as far as investments and put it in your portfolio. You can have an internet business. You can have different businesses, right? If you have 9 different streams of income and each one of them are making you $100 a month, you're making $900 a month, right? So the only thing is the one that you don't have to work as hard with, that doesn't pay as much. There's many different ways to make money. You can put yourself out there and you could work hard to make money, or you can have your money work hard for you. The best case scenario is to have your money work hard for you. But if you can do both, that's a good thing too. That's why you got to work and you have to invest as well. So and you want to create businesses and different multiple streams of income, but you also want to make sure that your money's making money for you. And then you want to get into real estate and all that other stuff. I was having an argument with a friend of mine. And it's kind of weird because I was talking about real estate. I have one friend that has a couple of apartment buildings. And one of the things he said to me was, when I told him that I was thinking about buying a house, living in one part, and having like, a 3-family house, and then renting out the other 2, he told me, no, don't do it. So I was like, why shouldn't I do that? The other 2 people will pay my rent. He says, you could get into a situation where both of those tenants become vacant. Then what? You have to pay the mortgage on your own. He says you shouldn't get involved in real estate unless you intend to make a profit right out the door. And he's right. The first building he bought had 6 apartments in it and a storefront. He operated his business out of the storefront and lived in the back and rented out the other 6 apartments. Now, here's the truth about the situation. One of those apartments he stayed in more temporary. Sometimes, most of the time, he stayed in his store. Didn't exactly live there, but he spent so much time in the store that sometimes he'd just sleep in the store, probably go upstairs and take a shower in one of the apartments. And I'll tell you how he did this. 5 of the apartments had tenants where they were exclusive. The other one, he had a roommate, the one he lived in, right? So he had 5 tenants and 1 apartment where it was his and a roommate's, right? So obviously the roommate's going to pay less rent than the other people, like the people who have a family and all that other stuff. But the thing is, he tried to give the roommate some space or whatever. He had his own room and, he lived in there or whatever. Most of the stuff he had that was important was down underneath. And what I meant by living, some of the stuff that he had, personal items, watches, jewelry, of course, or whatever the case may be, he kept in the store, the back. Kind of like living, basically have his most important possessions in that part to create more space for the apartment that he stayed in. So basically, he was making a profit every month. And what you really want to do is, if you buy a real estate, and I don't like to talk about real estate, I'm just telling you based on my friend's experience, because any investments I have in real estate is not exclusive, right? If I have 6 or 7 partners or something like that, that's kind of how I do it. Who knows, maybe even only $50, $60 a month or $100. But here's the thing, getting back to the topic. He has it set up where he more than doubles his mortgage. So if your mortgage is about $2,000 and you make $4,000, that's doubling it. But sometimes you're really not making too much of a profit until you go further beyond that point. For example, let's suppose his mortgage was $3,000 and he's bringing in $6,000. If he could bring in $6,800, that looks even better, because you can have a vacancy at some point. Somebody might move out and you got to fill that apartment. It might take you a couple of months, it might take you a month, it might take you a couple of weeks, it might take you 6 months, it might even take you a year. But if you have it set up that way, you'll do a lot better. All right, so just keep that in mind. Okay. In the meantime, for all you people who want to do real estate, I would recommend you invest in stocks for now, build up your portfolio. Yeah, do the real estate, do all of that stuff. I think that there's a line drawn. The first thing you want to do is you want to have a business, right? A small business that's making you money, right? Because once you get into real estate, you're going to be locking up a lot of capital. Because the difference between stocks and real estate is that, if you ever need money and you have most of your money tied up in the stock market, let's suppose you have like about $80,000, $90,000 in stocks. you could press buttons and sell some of your stock. Just like that. Boom. You can sell your stock. As far as real estate, you have to find an agent to sell your stuff, and you got to pay that agent. You got to negotiate with the buyers. Is there going to be a lot of back and forth? And it's going to be a headache. You know, sometimes you can't seal the deal until both parties are satisfied. Real estate agents working on each person's behalf, and it could be really messy. You know, so I mean, in all truth, you got to think about it like this. In a lot of cases, you want to start with what you can do. Because just like I said, I had a friend who does real estate. He has about 4. I have one friend, okay? His name is Greg, and he makes serious money trading stocks. I mean, his dividends per month is quite interesting. So and to me, his lifestyle is a little bit more attractive because he travels a lot. You know, he travels, he goes places. You know, he's on his way to Houston right now as we speak to help out with the relief with the hurricane to all those families who are affected. You know, I wish for better days for you. I hope that everything's going to be all right. He's on his way down there to volunteer. So, I mean, I've known people who have had busted up cars that sound loud, and they have more money than you can ever think of, wearing the same sneakers until they get holes in it, and you're thinking they're broke. Meanwhile, they got 200 grand in their savings account, and you're like, got holes in your shirt and stuff like that. What are you doing? So don't always think somebody's broke just because they don't look really wealthy, because, I mean, that's a big mistake, right? I mean, me personally, I don't walk around with the highest brand name stuff on and stuff like that, whatever. Sometimes I'll wear cut off shorts, you know, that used to be sweats, and I cut them off and I walk around like this, and sometimes I don't do my hair. I don't cut my hair. I don't care how I look, you know, but that doesn't mean I'm broke. People see me and stuff like that. They're like, they don't know what my life's like. I could have fucking 7, 8 real estate properties and businesses that make me thousands of dollars a month, and they would never know because I would never act like it. I think if I was really, really rich, I wouldn't act like it anyway. No, a lot of people wouldn't be able to tell I was rich because I'm not the kind of person that looks at spending a lot of money anyway, so I'm not like that. So that's basically how you're not going to be broke. You got to take your life seriously. You have to learn how to structure your life around saving a percentage of money. And from that money, you're going to have to be able to save some. And then from the money you save, you're going to have to learn how to invest, right? So that's the thing. Now, one last point before I let you guys go, please subscribe to the channel, by the way, is this. Last point. If you cannot save money, because like I said, I speak to a lot of people. If you cannot save money and you say you have a business and you're doing some business, whether it's systematic, you're running around trying to get partners to join your business or whatever, and you're doing this and that, you don't have a business. You have a hustle. The only way that your business becomes professional is when you're able to manage your money. So if you don't have any capital, you do not have a business. The whole idea behind having a business is to have a maintain and established portfolio of a net asset value, some sort of value behind your business and what it's worth, and money that you manage so that you can multiply, because you need money multipliers. Remember, money multipliers. Without capital, you do not have a business. So stop running around saying I have a business if you got an eviction notice on the front of your door. Okay? I was about to buy a house recently, and I know I could get approved for a home. My real estate agent just might watch this video. No disrespect to you. I had to change my mind about it because I'm in between wondering whether I want to just rent, because like I said, I have different people in my circle of influence, and just keep building my businesses up. Because the thing is, when you buy a home, you have all this capital locked, and you have a mortgage, and you have a loan. And I know a lot of people say it's good to have a house. People are watching all this stuff, and, I'm cool with, I watch Jay Mr. Real Estate. I watch all these other people, and I got personal friends that are millionaires, and my thing is this. To me, renting an apartment, having businesses that make me $5,000 to $6,000 a month or something like that, I would only think like this. I would say, why would I want to take all my capital and buy a home when I could just have a lot of money, rent? What's rent? It's a bill. But it gives you the freedom to maintain the capital. Because if you lock your capital up, you don't have it. Most likely, most of the time you get a house, you're going to have to put $20,000 to $30,000 down, right? Now, to me, $20,000 is important. I can either use it to make more money, or I can buy something with it, and I don't know. So I'm up in the air about that. But how to not be broke, consider that. And the reason why I told that story is because sometimes you might want to not buy a house because you don't want to lock up capital. This video is about how to not be broke. So you want to always make sure that you're maintaining wealth. Keep your debt low. Keep your assets high. So basically the message is assets over liabilities as always. The number one ingredient to not being broke is to value assets over liabilities. That's what it is. I'm out of here. Post your comments below. I know this video is long. Ask your questions underneath if you have questions for me. Have a great day. And in fact, I think I might put to anyone who wants to invest in stocks and you want to get a free stock, download my link to Robinhood and start investing today. Use my link. You'll get a free stock on me when you make your first few trades or whatever the case may be. So figure out what the rules are for that. But I'm going to put my link below where you can download Robinhood and purchase stocks, commission free. So let's get started, guys. Have fun, enjoy, have a great day. Like the video, share it, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, comment below.